Welcome back to Leigh's Intuitive Tarot. My name is Leigh, and today we're going to do your bonus reading, Capricorn. Don't forget to like the video, hype the video, like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there's a link in the description box below. I read live 2 times a week on Sunday and Thursdays. If you want to book a live reading, then the information is in the description box, the same link that you use to do the private reading. So you can book ahead for this coming up week's lives or next week's if that's what you want to do. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Oh, I also have memberships. If you want to be a part of the memberships, the information is in the description box below as well. Okay. All right, not in the description box. I'm sorry. Go to the join button where the subscribe button normally is. Click the join button and the information on the 2 tiers will come up. Okay. All right. So you got a couple of cards that fell. You have detective. This is talking about that old person. Still in your energy, trying to snoop around, digging for dirt. It says accusations. Is somebody that just don't want to fucking leave you alone. They just want to be all in your business because you don't want their asses no more. But when you wanted them, they ain't want nothing to do with you, right? Then we got graduation day. It says leveling up, lessons learned, acquired wisdom. So you know better than to deal with this person. Those of you that are new and this is the first video by me that you watching, leave the old motherfucker alone. If you got pulled into a third party, if they cheating on you, if this person don't reciprocate, you loving on them and they fucking running and in the streets and in the clubs and all that shit, leave them alone. That's what Spirit is telling you. You don't need to be dealing with this person. Okay, because this person only wants to use you. That's what Spirit wants you to understand. Ain't no changing with this person. They're fine the way that they are. If they tell you they've changed, it's lies. They're telling you whatever they want to tell you, whatever you want to hear, so that you'll let them back in and the two of you can do this old dysfunctional dance again. Okay? All right, let's move on. I keep hearing this. I was listening to this song earlier and I keep hearing it. It's Kendrick Lamar, Not Like Us is the name of the song. So I feel like Spirit is telling you, these old dusties and crusties are not like us. They may pretend like they're like us. They may try to act like they are, but they are not. It's an act. That's all it is. This person will never love you the way that you want to be loved. Okay? So that's the answer right there. Okay? It ain't no fucking healing. It ain't no whatever, because they don't want to do it because they have to take accountability. If this person has never taken accountability for any of their actions, they ain't ever gonna fucking take accountability. And if they do apologize, they're showing me this card. Let me see where it is. It says fake apology is what it says. And they're showing it to me in my head, Spirit. Spirit is. Hold on. See if it's here. Can't make it up. Fake apology. It's not going to be real. That's what Spirit is saying. Okay. Let's go ahead. This is for Capricorn's bonus, please, Spirit. What is the message for Capricorn, please? So we're going to do a money, career, love spread. I did this for Cancer for one of their bonus readings. So we're going to do it for you because I really enjoyed it. Okay. It's a message for Capricorn. Okay. So we have flute glasses showing up here. It says joy, success, raise. It says you'll emerge victorious. Prepare for a grand toast. So you got some beautiful things coming your way. That's what Spirit is trying to tell you. It's going to be some things worthy of celebration. Okay. It's love for a lot of you. And I saw the money on here too. So you know I know y'all dancing and shit, right? You like, yeah, give me the money, right? So, or show me the money, whatever you want to say. So Spirit is letting you know you got some good things coming your way. All right. But it's up to you if you end up with them, because you know what you got to do, right? You know what you need to do. You need to heal. You need to show up the way that you're supposed to show up, so on and so forth. Okay, hold on. Let's see. I'm picking my deck. Okay, so now we're going to start. We're going to start with money. Then we're going to do career. Then we're going to top it off with love. Okay, the last thing. Okay. Okay, what is the current financial energy for Capricorn, please? All right. Overall energy is the 10 of Swords. So this can talk about endings, right? So some of you, you may have had a, I don't know what, I hear false start. I don't know why I hear that. So you may have had a false start when it comes to money. It could be a situation where you get the money going, you get the ball rolling, and then all of a sudden it drops. That could be the rhythm, right? where you getting it and it's good and then all of a sudden it's something the bottom drops out. Okay, Spirit is talking about an ending to this. All right, we're going to clarify this card in a minute. Then we have the Hierophant showing up here. This is talking about, you know, I feel like a higher level when it comes to money, right? This talks about commitment when it comes to love, right? But it can talk about like being committed on your path to get money. I feel like I hear get money. That's what I hear. So we got the A's. I know I'm reading Capricorn. If nobody told me what sign this was and I started to pick up the cards, I would know it was Capricorn. So we got the Ace of Wands here. This is talking about a passionate new beginning when it comes to your money. And with the Nine of Cups, Spirit is saying whatever it is that you want, you about to get whatever you want. Girl, you know I can provide. That's Tony. That's or Meek Mill if you wanna talk about the remake they did, but it ain't the same. So with the Nine of Cups, this is talking about you getting your wish fulfillment, and then you got the Star on top of this. This is Aquarius energy. So it is talking about healing. Spirit is saying in order for you to get what you want, you got to heal your money issues too. And all of this shit starts with self-love. It's not just love that's talking about self-love. It's everything, because if you want to open up to receive more money, you want to have more of whatever it is that you want in your life. It's self-love, because the more you love yourself, the more you're going to open up to it. Okay. All right, let's clarify. Ten of Swords. So yeah, we got the King of Coins or the King of Pentacles reversed here. Earth sign or someone with a lot of earth in their chart. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Okay. Spirit is saying that you are ruled by materialism. Greedy. We got hasty. Okay. We got bad qualities here. So what this is telling me is it's too much of a fixation on materialism. Okay. Life is not just about material things. You gonna find that out, some of y'all, okay? Because how many times do we hear about people, right, that got rich or won the lottery and all these things, and then they get the things that they want, and then it feels like it's nothing, right? It don't mean nothing because they ain't got no love. They ain't got, you know, they don't have no good people around them. They always wondering who the fuck got their back and who the fuck is trying to stab them in the back. Who wants their money? Who is with them because they truly love them, so on and so forth. So Spirit is saying there are other things besides money, Capricorn. You know you get that message all the time from Spirit. So hold on. Hold on 1 second. That's what I want. All right. Let me see. What else Spirit wants to tell you about this? And I see stubborn up there too. So if you stubborn, understand there's nothing wrong with that, right? Look, it say penny pinching. Look, they pulling all the cards on y'all asses today. It say penny pinching, Capricorn. Financial struggle, saving up, budgeting. Okay, so some of y'all, like I said, you going through some issues when it comes to money, right? You may be in this cycle where shit be good and then shit be bad. Okay, that's what Spirit is telling me. And so this is about an ending to that with the Ten of Swords. Okay, an ending of being betrayed, backstabbed, and cheated on by money. Okay, we not talk about talk about love. We talk about money. Okay, because some of y'all you can't get a leg up to save your soul. That's what I hear in my head. Get a leg up, ow, get a leg over, boy. Yeah, that's what I hear. So this is talking about you saving, holding on to what it is you got, and that more is coming, but you have to do the work, okay? Because I keep telling you, this whole collective has a foundation of instability, okay? If you have a foundation of instability, it's going to affect every area of your life, not just love. Some of you are focused on love because I'm you know, like at my core, I'm a love tarot card reader, but we talk about all kinds of things, you know, here on the channel if you watch me on a regular basis. So I'm saying all this to say this is about you fixing all the areas of your life. I talk about that all the time, that yeah, we want love, but in order to get that love, you got to fix everything else too. So Spirit is telling you, you need to be hanging on to your money. Some of y'all, you know, you're going wild, you're going overboard when it comes to the money. And that's not working out well for you. So you're going to need to pump your brakes when it comes to that. Okay. All right, so when it comes to the current financial energy, we got the Six of Cups here, and we also had the Page of Swords. Okay, so this is talking about you having the same old, same old. So I feel like the same thing you was going through in the past is what's currently going on. That it hasn't shifted. Okay, it's been a up and down thing, right? Peaks and valleys, a lot of peaks and valleys. Life be fucking life, and when it comes to your money. Then we got the Page of Swords here. This is talking about delays. So some of y'all been waiting on, waiting to hit that jackpot when it comes to your money for a long time. And I feel like you starting to get frustrated because you like, I'm working, I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. I hear hoping and wishing and praying. So you hoping and wishing and praying, and you trying to, some of y'all working the shit out of yourselves trying to get this money, and it still hadn't come. But we got to clarify the Six of Wands. So it says congratulations. So Spirit is telling me that you're going to see victory. You're going to see success. You're going to see some type of major milestone when it comes to your money. But it's going to happen after you do the things you're being asked to do. Okay? All right. Let me see. Let me see this. Let's get them to tell us. What is the most important thing that Capricorn needs to focus on? What will help them the most, I guess. What will help them the most to elevate themselves when it comes to money? Let's see. We gonna ask. Okay, you got 3 cards that fell. Okay, we got giving too much. It says you're depleted because you give too much. You need a balance of give and take. So some of y'all, you giving other people too much of your resources. Because look, this is what I keep trying to tell you. Okay, give me that too. Okay. Let me tell you this. A lot of you are repeating the same patterns that you always repeat with the staying stuck card. It says you keep repeating old patterns. It's time to try something new. Okay. So whatever has been your pattern or your mode of the way you deal with money, you're gonna have to change it. You gotta do something different. You can't keep doing the same old shit. Okay. Some of you are giving people too much of your shit. Okay. I keep telling you all this. You operate the same way with money that you operate with love, Capricorn. You give it all, and then you are fucking confused and puzzled at why it's not coming back. And what you got to understand is, it's not that you can't give nobody nothing. Is that you got to figure out the right people to give to. And then those are people, but you still gotta figure out, you have limits. You have to take care of yourself. You got to be able to live. You may have dependents or people in your lives, that you have to help as well, that are a part of your household that you may have to deal with. So some of y'all, you gonna have to pump your brakes, is what I hear, on the money spending. Okay. Then we got fear of loss here, right? So it says, look, I'm taking this, I'm not gonna go by what this says at the bottom. I'm looking at what it says at the top. So it says fear of loss. So you're afraid that you're gonna lose out, I feel like, on money. All right. So Spirit is saying you gotta, put yourself out there and be willing to try new things, right? Some of y'all, I told you, some of you are still working a dead end job and you don't fucking understand why your money ain't elevated. I told you, if you're a part of this collective, the things that I say to you resonate, then you got to understand, you are supposed to come here to do a specific mission. You need to figure out what that is, and you need to start doing it. Because like me, it was the same thing with me. My money was fucked up for a long time because I was doing shit that I wasn't supposed to be doing. And then even when I would get something that would pay me better than old shit, it would do the same thing. I'm telling you, it go up and then it go down, and then it go up and then it go down. And or it would be periods where I wouldn't be able to work for this reason or that reason. So I'm saying all of this to say, if you want to find stability, you got to find what it is you came here to do. The things that are the way the money is moneying for a lot of you, the reason why it's doing that is because Spirit is trying to shake you and trying to wake you up to tell you this ain't what you came here to do, buddy. So you need to go and figure out what it is you came here to do and start to make take steps towards doing that, because I told you, for some of you, you may have to straddle the fence for a little while, work the old job and still be setting up the new one, but eventually you will phase out that old job and you'll be able to have this new one and have the type of money that you want to have. Okay, but that's part of loving yourself. That's what people don't understand. If you work in a shitty job, you continue to stay in it, and you're not trying to elevate, you're not trying to do something better, you're not trying to get into what it is you would love, you are betraying yourself. That's a form of betrayal. Because think about it. You're telling yourself, I'm here, I'm fucking miserable, but I don't love myself enough. I'm not loving myself enough, because if I was, I'd be like, okay, we got to get the fuck, okay, it is what it is. We accepting where we are, but we got to get the fuck up out of here, okay? Then we got fear of cheating. So for some of you, this is talking about you having a fear of being cheated out of money, okay? You may have always wanted to have a lot of money, or for some of you, you could have a lot of money, but some of you also want to have a lot of money, but you don't at this time. And one of your fears of having a lot of money is either losing it, or you're afraid somebody's gonna come into your life and try to cheat you out of your hard-earned coin. Okay, like I told you, I grew up. My dad's a Capricorn. I get it. Okay, I know y'all like stability, right? But anything being in this collective has been anything but stability, right? It's been all of this stuff, and it's because your foundation wasn't stable, right? Some of you don't even truly know what stability is, and I feel like you out here working, trying to make it, and you just think it's financial, but it's not just financial. It starts with you. You have to provide emotional stability for yourself. You got to provide mental, spiritual stability, all of these things. It's not just the money, okay? If you want your money to get better, you got to start with the foundation, which is your stability just at your core. Because some of you don't feel comfortable just being here in this life period. And then you're wondering why things aren't working right in the other areas of your life. Because like I said, it bleeds into it, okay? All right, let's move on. Okay, the next thing we're going to take a look at is what's helping your wealth. So this is going to talk about the resources, support, or mindset that's like what's working for you when it comes to your finances. Okay, so we got the Three of Cups here, all right? And then we also have Justice. So Justice is talking about balance. So some of you are balancing, you're very balanced with your money, with what you do have. This ain't everybody. Like I said, the giving too much and stuff like that. I get it. I feel like Spirit is saying for a lot of you, you do know how to handle your money when you do get it. But everybody got they what do they call it? Achilles heel, that thing, their thing. I hear that thing. It's what's her face? Oh God, what's her name? The Fugees lady. It's her, Lauryn Hill. So she's saying with that, what Spirit is saying is everybody's got their thing. And that I feel like for the most part, you are balanced with money. And so maybe for some of you, that thing is when somebody got a sob story, right? You want to help other people because you like to love. You're a lover. And I get it, okay? Then we got the Three of Cups showing up here. So the Three of Cups can talk about friendships. Some of y'all, it could be friends. It could be friends that are your Achilles heel, meaning that, soulmates, people that you have close bonds with. It doesn't just have to be friends. So whoever it is that you have close bonds with, that if they need help or something like that, you're somebody where, I'm going to help them. I ain't going to let them be out there or whatever. But you can't help people to the point to where it becomes detrimental to you, is what Spirit is trying to say. Okay? All right, let's clarify. Okay, then we got the King of Swords showing up here. So the air sign is someone with a lot of air in their chart, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. This can talk about, it says mind over matter. So that's what I feel like Spirit is saying. This, for me, King of Swords can talk about head over heart. So Spirit is saying you have to learn, some of you, how to be more logical about what you do with your money. Like I told you, I get you want to love on people. You want to give what you have if you have resources to help other people, but you cannot do it to the point, or you should not, to where it starts to hurt you because you're doing too much. Okay? All right, the next thing we're going to talk about is your long-term financial outcome, okay? So this is going to talk about the potential for lasting abundance and the legacy that you're building. Okay, so we got the Eight of Pentacles, which is talking about work. Here it goes. King of Swords is showing up again. So again, this is talking about you, you know, needing to be more logical when it comes to your money, right? Because like I said, you have to come first. Your long-term stability needs to come first, right? And then everything else comes after that. And then the Queen of Wands. So this to me is talking about you have the potential. If you put in the work, Spirit is saying, okay, you have the potential to have like a very passionate outcome when it comes to your money, like a passionate attitude, having a passionate attitude and putting in the work and being logical about what is happening will put you in the type of financial space that you want to be in, okay? But you have to be disciplined also, okay? And Spirit is telling you with the Ace of Coins, right? This is reversed. It says caution. Spirit is saying a risky endeavor. So you got to watch the things that the people and the places that you're investing in, okay? You know, because if you don't do that, it's going to create delays, okay? So that's what Spirit is trying to tell you. By you over giving your resources to people, okay? And making moves where you don't sit down and think about what's going on, that it has the potential to create delays in the type of money that you want to make, okay? This is about you looking at the entire picture before you make certain moves, especially when it comes to giving to people, because this right here, you can mess yourself up badly if you give too much at the wrong time. And, you know, it could create a domino effect and just fuck all your shit up. That's basically what Spirit is trying to tell you, okay? All right, let's move on to career. All right. Okay, this is career, Spirit, for Capricorn. Career for Capricorn. This is for career for Capricorn. Okay. Current career energy. Okay. Okay, so overall energy for your career is the Death card. It's Scorpio energy. This is talking about change, right? It can talk about you doing the inner work, and that's going to create outer change, right? Like I keep telling y'all, you can't just go out here and work your fucking self to death and think that that's what's going to fix your money. That's what a lot of people don't understand. Everything on the outside is fixed by the inside, because the inside is what got it to where it is now. Okay, it's the way you're thinking. So if you feel like you don't make enough money, it's because it's the way you're thinking. You got to start to think differently, so you'll move differently, so you'll have a different outcome. Okay, then this is, like I said, it's Scorpio energy. Then we got the Hierophant showing up again. This is talking about, you know, I feel like you being committed. Taurus energy. So either you are stepping into a phase of being committed, okay, or you've already been committed to it. But what is messing you up, Capricorn, is the fact that you're trying to change it from the outside instead of trying to do it from the inside, is what I feel like Spirit is saying. Okay, and then here's the Ace of Wands showing up again, talking about a passionate new beginning. You're about to have a passionate new beginning with your career. And it's going to be, your wishes are going to come true when it comes to your career. Okay? That's what Spirit is telling you. Hold on. Let's clarify. Death card. Okay. Okay. Some of y'all with the partying, some of y'all, your party, I hear my girl wants to party all the time. So some of y'all, you spending too much time having a little bit too much of a good time and not focusing on what it is that you know you trying to do when it comes to your career. You are, there's no balance. I feel like what Spirit is saying, that there's a little bit more partying than there is you focusing on your career, okay? Or a little more partying than you focusing on you making the changes you need to make. You're distracted. That's what I feel like for some of y'all, okay? And then we got curated image here. So some of y'all, Spirit is saying you pretending like you got certain things but you don't really have that, okay? Because you out in the club. So some of y'all, Spirit is saying if you chill out with the club stuff, you gonna be good. You'll eventually be good and be able to bring about the career outcomes you want. But it's gonna involve you committing to the changes and continuing to move through them until you see them through. Okay. All right. So when it comes to the current career energy, so this says this card reveals where you stand in your career journey right now. We got the 7 of Cups. Okay, you had a lot of options, a lot of choices. You may have been confused. A lot of these choices you've made in the past in your career, Spirit is saying, are bad choices. Okay, look at the cards. Look at the face here. That is making me laugh. Okay, so but Spirit is saying that you've been planting your seeds, right? And you're about to reap what you've sown when it comes to that by stepping into a new, you know, or moving down a new career path where, you know, it's going to be a different experience. It's going to be exactly what it is you've always wanted, where you're giving and getting back just as good as you want. Because some of y'all may have been in career dead-end jobs. You may have been in situations where you were given but the job wasn't given back to you in the way that you were given. You may be somebody that, you know, stays at work all the time. You prioritize work for some of you when you're not partying. Okay, some of you may have done that in the past, but you haven't received the accolades for that. You may have been passed up for promotions or passed up for raises and things like that. And so that could be why some of y'all party. Because I hear the song again, my girl wants, a girl or guy, make it fit, wants to party all the time. So that could be why you are in this situation where you just like, okay, fuck it. If they not gonna, you know, treat me right, then I gotta go. Okay, so you are about to step into or have the opportunity, when you focus on whatever your mission is, it's gonna lead you down the path to have the type of career you want. That's what Spirit is saying. Okay, hold on. Okay, so Spirit is telling you, some of y'all, wherever the fuck it is you working, it's a bad choice and it's time for you to leave it. Okay, say bye, Felicia, peace out, thank you, next, leaving and not caring. Because some of you, the jobs that you're working right now, these motherfucking companies don't give a fuck about you. That's what Spirit is telling me with this card. Okay, then we got brick wall. It says defense mechanism, guarded, hard to reach. Okay, it could be that you trying to scale the corporate ladder and you hitting a lot of glass ceilings with this brick wall card. Or, you know, it could be the people that around you that you work with could be very defensive, very guarded. You know, you could have a toxic work environment is what this is telling me for some of you. Okay, there's a lot of stuff going on. Or this could be that you feel jaded when it comes to this particular job or this particular career, because like I said, you may have, you know, been putting in all the effort, but you've never been getting it back in return is what Spirit is telling me. Okay, all right. And I feel like a lot of you are like, you done. You like, okay, if you're not gonna give to me like I'm giving to you, then, you know, career wise, then I gotta go. Okay, or I'm just not gonna give a fuck about it like I was before. Let's say it like that. So I hear let's do it again. So we got 3 of coins showing up here, right? This is talking about you being able to build something you want. And I feel like this is Spirit talking about your person too, saying that when you come together with this new person, that you and this person are going to build an empire with each other, but it has to start with you. You have to start to build your own empire independent of this new connection before you're going to get the chance to build this with this person. Okay, You got to learn how to provide your own stability before you can get into a stable relationship and be able to provide that together with your person. Okay. All right. Next question we're going to look at, talking about what's moving you forward when it comes to your career. Okay. Okay. With the King of Swords, air sign or someone with a lot of air in their chart, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, if this is talking about you having that head over heart, like being very logical about certain things. That's what's helping to move you forward, because maybe in the past you may have taken a more emotional approach. Okay, you may have listened, because I hear listen to your heart, so you may have listened to your heart with the current job or jobs in the past, and you may have gotten a shaft, is what I hear. Okay, then we got the Seven of Wands here. This is about you standing your ground, right? And pushing back, setting your boundaries, okay, and guarding your peace. And so I feel like for a lot of you, that is what's helping you, because maybe you were in work environments where you tried to be friends with people, and you had to find out the hard way. Everybody at work, because I would say nobody at work is your damn friend. A lot of times it's just people being your business, trying to figure out what the hell you got going on so they can go gossip to somebody else about it. I ain't saying that's the case in every instance, but a lot of times that's what it is, especially if you work in places where it's a lot of that. It's that type of culture. Like, for instance, if you work at a call center, that's usually the culture. People ain't got nothing else better to do than to talk about other people and get in their business. Okay? All right. Then we got the Empress showing up here. This is Taurus, Libra energy. And I feel like this is Spirit saying you stepping into your divine counterpart energy is going to help you to move forward too, because it's going to have you to where you're not going to accept certain things. You know, you're going to have your own back with the Seven of Wands. You're going to protect your energy and protect yourself, and not allow people to just treat you any kind of way, or them to give, do any kind of thing when it comes to your performance and the way you show up at work. Because I feel like a lot of y'all are like, you will go the extra mile and you will give your all, but you expect to be compensated for that. You expect to be recognized for it as well. Okay, so we got, for a lot of you, you are a damn key player at your job. It says important person playing an essential role, irreplaceable. A lot of you are, so you need to start to leverage your shit for that. Okay, but if it's not what you came here to do, Spirit is letting you know you need to be ramping that down and start to move towards what it is you came here to do, because you are selling yourself short. You're never going to get the type of money that you want to have, or if you do, it's going to be meaningless to you. Okay, let me give you an example. I remember I used to, when I was oh my gosh, when I lived in because I lived in Maryland for a little while. When I used to live in Maryland, I remember I was like climbing the ladder. I was trying to make as much money as I could, because it costs a lot of money to live in Maryland, depending on where you want to live, right? So I had kept on till I got this job, was making the most money I'd ever made in my life, right, per year. But in order to do that, when I was making the money, because I was like, oh my God, if I could just make that money, it would be amazing. And when I started making that money, I hated the job. And it was like I would be upset every fucking morning going to the job, but what kept me going back was the money. I got caught in the trap of the cycle of the money, because I needed to pay my bills. And I had the belief back then that I couldn't do what it was I truly wanted to do, which was this, and make the type of money that I wanted to make. I didn't believe that I could do that. So that's why I told you your negative thoughts and limiting beliefs got a lot to do with that, right? So I ended up not even staying at the job. I don't even think I was at that fucking job for like a year. But I remember just hating life every day, because I had to get up and get myself together to go. And it was a long commute and all this shit to go to a job that I fucking couldn't stand. I couldn't stand the people that worked there. The whole environment sucked. Okay, so I'm saying all of this to say, if you got that, you having that type of, because I'm this I don't know why the fuck I can't talk. This story just came out of nowhere. So that's what that's telling me. And Spirit is telling me to tell y'all that for a reason. That some of y'all, wherever y'all at right now, it ain't nowhere near where you want to be. Or it's a situation where you making all this money and you don't want to let the job go because you're making this money, right? It could be the most amount of money that you've ever made in your life. But I tell everybody this. Everybody that know me know I say this. All money ain't fucking good money, okay? Because like I said, I'm not making what I was making at this other job, doing what I love, but I get up every fucking morning. Not yet. Let me say that. Not yet. But let me say this. Doing what I love to do is fucking priceless. I never have a day where I get up and I'm like, oh God, I gotta go do this. Never. I be excited to sit down here and work. I told you, Spirit had to make me stop sometimes, where I had to get to the point where I can feel myself starting to burn, and Spirit will tell me, okay, you need to chill out. Okay, so I'm saying all of this to say, it don't matter how much money you making. Fucking doing what you love to do is priceless. And once a lot of y'all figure that out, that's when your life is going to take off. That's what Spirit is trying to tell you. So we got spiritually woke. It says self-awareness, cutting through illusions, detaching from ego. Spirit is telling you, by you doing this, this is going to help you to see what the fuck is going on in your career situation clearly, because some of y'all don't have clarity. Some of you are looking at the dollar signs and you're not looking at the fact that your soul is not feeling fed by what it is you do. Okay? Because I'm telling you, I've had jobs, like the last job I had before this one, where I was doing, I was working and I was making all this money, and I was just like, ugh. I remember one day, I was excited about the money, right? But I remember one day I was like, this job is tolerable. It's okay. And I liked it. I didn't dislike it. It wasn't no situation like the old job I told you about, where I felt like I didn't want to get up and go to work anymore. I didn't feel like that, but I knew that there was something more. When you had that feeling like okay, I'm doing this, but this ain't it. I have other things in me that I want to do, or there's another path I'm supposed to take. I haven't reached my goal or reached my destination yet. That's what I'm talking about. So if you feeling like that, then it's time for you to start pivoting and start moving in the direction of what you're supposed to be here to do, because time waits for no one. Time is going on now. Life is going on now. Like I told you, just like you don't wait, put your life on hold for somebody waiting on the love to come in. You don't need to be doing that when it comes to this. You need to be working on your shit right now. Okay? All right, because life is happening now. All right, let's move on. The last card talks about your career outcome potential. So that we're talking about the potential outcome of your hard work and where your career path is leading. Okay, so it's leading towards your truth. Spirit is saying with the Ace of Swords, right? Towards whatever your truth is, what you came here to experience, the things that you're supposed to learn, and then there's the Six of Cups. It's leading, for some of you, it's leading you to your person, right? Because it's talk about soulmate energy, and it can talk about reunion. So for some of you, that's what it's leading you to. It's leading you to your destiny, your path, what you came here to do. Okay? All right. That's why you gotta do what you gotta do. See, high vibing. So that Spirit is telling you, when you get on the proper path, you're gonna be high vibing. You're gonna have good vibes. You're gonna be living your life to the fullest, enjoying the present. This is the energy you need to be in. Just like this, the same energy you need to be in to bring in your person. The energy you need to be in to bring in your money, to elevate your money, to elevate your career. Okay? All right, let's take it down, and we're going to love now. Okay, here we go. I like to do this read. Pretty interesting. Okay. Let's see. What's the current energy of Capricorn's love life? Oh, okay. Look. Your current energy when it comes to your love life is love bombing. It says overly attentive, showered with affection for personal gain. So some of y'all got people around you, Capricorn, who don't have good intentions. They trying to get something from you. It could be money. It could be sex. It could be attention, time and attention. You know, take it as it resonates. But this person is focused on personal gain. You see it at the bottom of the bottom of the card, right? I was about to say bottom of the deck. Bottom of the card here. This person is showering you with whatever they're showering you with, because either they want your attention, they could want you to chase, they could want your money. It's a whole bunch of stuff. Let me clarify this card. What does this person want, Spirit? Hold on. I'm supposed to pull these cards, but I'm doing these. Hold on. Let me clarify this. Secret lovers. So I pulled a secret affair card when I split the deck. So for some of you, this person wants you to be a fucking side piece. It could be the dusty crusty, or it could be somebody new that's still in the dusty crusty energy. Ooh, they want to backstab you. This the dusty crusty. They want to backstab you. Smiling in your face all the time. They want to take your place. The backstabbers. So that's who this is. It's the dusty crusty. We coming out. Look, they coming out swinging. That's why that song is still playing in my head. Not like us. This person is not like us. Some of y'all are trying to say that this person is. This the new people, not the old folks. The old people already know what the fuck is up. But if you new and you coming up in here, whoever the fuck we talking about here is not like us. Because we don't backstab. We don't love bomb. We don't do this type of shit. Okay? But this person is trying to do that to you. Okay? Let's pull the other cards. What's the current love energy? Okay, so overall energy, Five of Swords. This can talk about winning at all costs. It can also talk about mind games. Somebody, you know, cheating and doing all kinds of crazy stuff. Hold on. Sorry about that. Somebody, you know, trying to cheat you, do all kinds of crazy stuff, right? Trying to pull one over on you, because there's a card I got in this deck here. This deck that I use here, where the Five of Swords shows somebody with flowers in their hand, in the facing you, and behind you they got a fucking knife. So that's what Spirit is showing me in my head. That's what this makes me think of. So this is somebody can talk about, you know, you in the past being backstabbed, right? By a fucking devil, right? Can't make it up. And Spirit is telling you need to listen to your intuition with the, this is Pisces energy with the High Priestess. Because a lot of you, you know, you need balance in your life. You've had to make a lot of lemonade out of motherfucking lemons, right? I said this to another sign, that it's like you on a fucking car lot. You going to look for a damn car. We equating this to shopping for a car. We equating your love life to this. You're going and you're shopping for a car. You go to a car lot and the whole fucking car lot ain't nothing but lemons. That's what this is. That's how your love life's been. The whole fucking, all the people you've been dealing with been fucking lemons, okay? They ain't been right. They haven't been loving you and giving back to you like you give to them, all of this stuff. And you've been trying to, oh, it's okay. It's because of this. Or you making excuses for this person and not trying to see it for what it is, okay? It's time for you to use your discernment. It's time for you to let the scales fall off your eyes and truly see what the fuck is going on here, okay? Because you do have a soulmate coming with the Temperance card, okay? And Spirit is telling you with the Strength card, Leo energy, that you got to learn how to believe in yourself, Capricorn, and know, just like you know you can have that money, you need to know that you can have this person, okay? Because it's about you building up your courage and inner strength in order to have this new beginning. And then there's the fucking, that damn Pringles can will not stay the fuck away from y'all. So whoever the fuck it is you dealing with, Capricorn, you gonna be dealing with, or it could be your person, take it as it resonates. Whoever is the male in this connection is hung like a Pringles can. A Pringles can. Let me say it like that. Okay. I'm a Scorpio, as my mind's always in the gutter. Okay, let's clarify. Makes me laugh. Okay, so you doing the work. All right, you good. I love this. I hear that song, doing the butt. I don't know why every time I pull this card, that song comes up, but it does. It says growth is happening behind the scenes, healing patterns, owning truth, and unlearning survival mode. So you getting out of survival mode when it comes to your love life, because you fed up. You fed up. You tired of it. Spirit is saying you over it. You not having it. You frustrated with the status quo. You frustrated with getting stabbed in the back and mistreated and shit on and all of these things, right? You tired of the fucking devil, right? You say, I rebuke you, bitch, in the name of motherfuckers. I rebuke you in the name of Jesus Christ. I rebuke you. Get out of here, right? Enough. Hold on. Excuse me. Yeah, see, you ready for some emotional safety, because this is what you give other people, right? So it says you don't have to walk on eggshells, hide your feelings, or second guess yourself. This connection holds you with care. So that's what you want. You want somebody to fucking hold you like you've been holding them, right? Makes perfect sense. Okay, hold on. Let's move on. Okay, so when it comes to the energy of the current energy of your love life and your current connections, we got the Fool and we got the Ace of Cups. So I feel like you are learning how to love yourself. You're learning how to, I hear, bring me a higher love. Oh, so you learning how to elevate yourself so you can get this fucking cup of love. Because you want the high love, the higher love no more. You don't want this, whatever this is down here, because you know it's not love. You know it's anything but love, right? It's fucking headaches. It's fucking betrayal. It's fucking love bombing. It's backstabbing. It's all of these things. And you know now what it is. You seen it. You can't unsee it. And so you trying to raise yourself up to this, because the Ace of Cups can talk about self-love too. So you trying to raise yourself up so you can have the brand new love the way that you want it, and not the way that it's been in the past. Like I said, fucking lemons. You getting ready to be able to take this leap of faith when the time comes. All right, let's clarify. So yeah, but then there's the Dusty Crusty, that fucking third wheel, right? Trying to put their foot in the fucking door, trying to stop you from closing it, because you closing it on them. You like, bye Felicia, bye, you gotta go, right? And you like, no more. So this person is gossiping about you. They spilling the beans. It says revealing secrets, cat's out of the bag. This person is very untrustworthy. You know who this is. It's whoever it is from your past that's coming back for round 2, round 10, round 20, whatever. Yeah, see, you ready for your cosmic connection, baby. It says this connection transcends time, space, and logic. You've met in other lifetimes and other dimensions. So that's what you focusing on. You not focusing on no old shit, okay? The majority of you. Okay, what's supporting your love life? So we're going to talk about the blessings, the healing, and the support that is enhancing your relationships. Okay, Capricorn. We got Page of Swords, air sign or someone with a lot of air in their chart, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, the Hangman, Pisces energy, and the Ace of Swords. Okay, so I feel like what Spirit is saying is I feel like you building up your courage or inner strength to walk away from the people you need to walk away from, okay? This can also talk about you learning how to look at things from a different perspective, right? How to make some more lemonade out of them last few lemons you got, because you not stepping into no relationship no more with no lemons, as long as you do the work you need to do and you show up the way you're supposed to show up, okay? There are delays, I feel like, okay? But with the Page of Swords, I feel like you understand why there are delays, because you know you got some work you still got to do, and that you are about to step into the type of connection you want, a brand new connection where there's a lot of communication. I told you will never be in the dark, right? You'll never be in the dark, because look at this little kid. The darkness is all over here, right? But look at the truth, the wand. The swords. I don't know why the hell I guess it's fucking Mercury retrograde still at it. So the sword is like providing the light, right? So Spirit is telling you this truth. This new person's going to come in and be truthful, speak to you and tell you the truth, communicate with you, lots of communication. So you will never be in the dark about, the status of your relationship. You're always going to know what's going on. Whereas a lot of y'all in the past, you didn't know what the hell was going on, right? So we got, okay, I see you, Capricorn, wedding day. So it says, there's a wedding going down. That's where you're headed towards with this new person, right? They're coming in with that Hierophant energy, that commitment energy, right? But then you still got this old person tiptoeing around in your energy, trying to, fuck some shit up, because they don't want you to leave them behind. See, I can't make it up. They trying to hold you back. Yeah. See, but you're gonna have to make the choice. That's why they still in your energy. That's why Spirit, it hasn't blocked them yet, right? Because you gotta choose who you want. And I feel like you've already chosen who you want, but like I told you, it's not knowledge that's power, it's applied knowledge that's power. And Spirit is saying you gotta, when the time comes, it has to be when they say, when divine timing says, and this person comes, you got to kick them to the curb so Spirit understands that you understood the assignment and you know what to do. Okay? All right. The last thing we're going to take a look at is talking about the love outcome and potential. So it says this reveals the potential for lasting love, happiness, and emotional fulfillment. Okay? Okay. So we got King of Cups. Cancer, when it shows up for me, it's talking about balance, and it can also talk about you and this person having a lot of love to give. With the Nine of Wands, it can speak of, you know, being the wounded warrior, but you coming out of that, okay? Because with the Page of Pentacles, Earth sign or someone with a lot of Earth in their chart, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, this is about you, you know, you and this person coming together and building, like I said, that legacy, right? Love, money, and legacy, all right? With the Page of Pentacles, like it starts off with this little bit of something, right? And then like, or an idea, because look at the paper in this person's hand. What does that say? I don't know. I don't see what I don't know. It's just like random letters on there. But it starts out with an idea, but then when the two of you put certain things into practice, this is what's going to happen. And I feel like you're going to help each other to get through the hard times with the Nine of Wands, right? And to let go of certain things. And you're going to balance each other out and give each other this good love, okay? Here, you give good love to me. Whitney Houston. Never too much will never be. Okay, so lift off. It says fast action, progression forward. The wait is over. So for a lot of you, it's not going to be everybody now. It's not going to be everybody. For some of y'all, this person is about to come in, okay? The new person is about to come in. Okay, in divine timing. Spirit is making sure you understand that. As I told you, it comes in waves. That's why they keep telling you the same thing. So it says expecting, right? It's saying a new life is forming, ready or not. This changes the vibe, the stakes, and the whole storyline. So it's talking about, you know, expecting either you're going to have kids with this person, procreate with them, or it can just talk about you if you don't want kids or you don't want... you're not of childbearing age. It's about what you and this person create together, what you birth together, okay? All right, let's see what else Spirit wants to tell you, and we're going to close it out. Take this heart of mine into your hands. You give good love to me. That's what your person is saying. So we got playing games, right? So it says you don't need to play games, Capricorn, to keep the right one interested in you. I told you, you shouldn't be afraid. You shouldn't be afraid and feel like you have to play games. You shouldn't also feel like you got to walk on eggshells. You should be able to feel like you can set your boundaries and stuff like that, because the right person ain't going nowhere. So if you set your boundaries, you stop playing games, you're your authentic self, and the person leaves, then look, rejection is God's protection. I told you. That is not somebody you're supposed to stay with. Because if you were supposed to be with them, they would fucking stay. They wouldn't go anywhere. Okay? Then we got lone wolf, Capricorn. It says, are you really a loner? Or are you afraid of loving someone who could hurt you? Okay? It's a risk. I told you it's a risk. And I told you how you mitigate the damage. How you can stop it from being devastating is by loving yourself and cultivating that relationship with yourself. Because that's your armor. That's what's going to protect you to a certain point. You will still get hurt. I ain't going to say until you're going to ever get in a relationship with somebody and not get hurt. But you can bring down the level of hurt by loving yourself with that and having that armor on. It can also talking about taking your time. That's why I tell you to slow down. Because you got to see who the hell you dealing with, right? Slow down. I just want to get to know you. You got to slow it down and see who this person is. Let them show you who they are. You show them who you are. And the both of you, figure it out slowly. It doesn't have to go fast. I told you, fast is not your friend, okay? Then we got changing them. It says trying to change someone never works. Accept them as they are or move on. So you got to stop doing that. Like I told you, this type of shit here, all of this blocks. I tell you all the time, it's blocks. Playing games, you're blocking yourself from being your authentic self. You know, you being afraid of loving somebody, that's blocking yourself from love. Trying to change somebody, like I said, nobody's going to be 100% be what you want, okay? You just got to be okay with that and understand everybody got flaws. Like I told you what my friend's mother always used to say, everybody got a pile of shit. You just got to figure out which one you want to step in. That's all, okay? Because I told you this person, look, let's do it again. They're going to want to do it. It says doing it together. This person is going to want to come in and build with you. They're going to want to collaborate, have teamwork, you know, co-create, co-manage whatever type of life the both of you decide to have, okay? You decide to have together. Okay, let's get some messages from your person. Let's see what they want to tell you. Okay, we got, I am so proud of everything you do. Okay. Then we have, oh, let me get another one. I just was going to the next deck. Okay, I have so much passion and desire for you. It drives me mad. Okay, a lot of passion between you and this person. I sometimes struggle to express my feelings for you. So you are your person. It may be difficult for one or the both of you at times to you know, express your feelings. But I feel like if it's your person, they may show you in other ways. Okay. Like by doing things for you, spending time with you, things like that, where they make it, you know, undeniable about how they feel about you. Okay. Then we're both working together in unison, even if you cannot see it yet. Okay. And then let's see. Let's get these cards. Okay. We have religious factors. It says your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and your spiritual path. Let's get one more. It says real feelings. You share true romantic feelings worth exploring. Okay. All right, Capricorn, that was your bonus message. Don't forget to like the video, hype the video, like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading or you want me to read you live, that information is in the description box below. Please have a good day, a good rest of your week, or a good rest of your weekend, and I will talk to you soon. Love y'all. Greatest of all time. Bye.